Okay, Will, when you're ready, we're all set. We're all set for you.
Thank you. We'll start with Kyle Goon.
Hey, Trez. How do you evaluate your experience with the Lakers? Obviously, your role changed a lot throughout the course of the year. What do you kind of think of it, and how does that affect your future with the franchise?
I came in every day. I did my job. I did what they asked me to do. And I played my role. Simple as that. As far as my future, I don't know what that holds right now. We just finished playing last night, so I can't give you that answer right now, brother. But I came in, I did my job, and whenever my number was called, man, I went out there and played to the best of my abilities and left it all on the floor. As far as what my future holds with the organization and things like that. Like I said, the game just ended last night, so my next focus is going home and being the dad of my kids.
Dave?
Trez, just from a sheer numbers standpoint, the way the league is these days, not many teams play three centers, and when you have one of your two best players also can play center, what was the logjam like for you, especially once the team added Andre Drummond?
You asking questions that are basically shown on paper. It shows you the number of minutes I played. It shows you the amount of time I played. It shows you everything right there in your hand. So, as far as your question that you had to answer to, I don't really know how you want me to answer that, brother, man. Like I just told you, I played my role, man, and when my number was called, I was utilized and did what the team asked me to do. As far as, how that rolled out in the rotation, you asking the wrong guy sitting in front of you, brother, man.
That's fair. Appreciate it, Trez.
Yep.
Dan?
Trez, you just kind of said it, but did they give you any indications of stuff they want you to focus on, to improve on? Any of that stuff in your meetings? Did any of that stuff come up?
No, it didn't. But I'm a player, man. I know this league. I've been in this league for a little while. I'm not a rookie, so this is a little bit different conversation that you have with a guy who's been in the league a little bit longer. A guy who's a rookie, they kind of tell I want you to come back, be around the guys, work with the coaches, and this is what I want you to work on. I just finished year 6, so I'm a little bit further advanced. So I kind of know what my game is a little bit in this league, and I know what I want to work on as a player. Because at the end of the day, man, you're auditioning for every team in this league. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's not a lot of guys who just have a say of where they can pick and go, and play nowadays, and we all know that.
Did they express that you're a part of their future plans? Did they tell that to you?
Brother, man, you're digging a little bit too deep into what I don't have the answer to. Nice try, but like I told you, man, the game just ended last night. I'm about to go home and be a dad. You want to know about that, you can ask questions about that. But as far as my future with being a Lakers basketball player, we'll worry about that later when, free agency and time rolls around, brother.
Mike?
Hey, Trez, we were speaking to Devontae Kaycock earlier, and he mentioned meeting you randomly in an Apple store back in the day, and then how kind of it evolved to you taking him under his wing or under your wing this year. I just wondered what that relationship was like for you and what you think of Devontae as a player.
Well, honestly, this is a tremendous relationship, man. He's a great guy. And I actually had a chance to meet him when I was playing with the Clippers. And I did meet him and his mom in the Apple store, just a random conversation that, she really trying to start the conversation, and he was more so one of the guys like, why are you kind of doing this, Mom? Like, we were kind of close to the same age. But the conversation was great, man. And he kind of plays that same position I am, man. We're kind of utilizing that undersized 4 or 5 position, man. So just being able to be around him and actually work and battle against him every day, man, it was great. I'm actually glad to be able to, have a person like that under my wing and be able to, he turns back and called me a vet. I had great veterans and guys like Trevor Ariza, who was probably one of the best vets that I ever had in this game so far, him and Lou Will. Just being around those guys taught me how to be a pro, and just for him to feel that way about me, knowing that I did the right things that my vets taught me.
Yes, just to follow up on that, is that rewarding for you to be able to flip that to what you had experienced with some of the guys that took you under the wing?
For sure. Because when you come to this league, man, you experience different type of relationships when you go on the team. Some guys hate, some guys, do the book bags and all that. But, I went to Houston, that was a little bit more older team. And, guys that was, like I said, later on in their years, guys, Trevor Ariza, James Harden, Michael Beasley was on that team, Jason Terry, like, these are older guys, man. So they're not really more so on the terms of the game and things like that. So to be around a group of guys like that and then actually learn from it was great. And I'm, like I said, blessed to be able to have that and pass it on to, the guys that I'm around who are younger than me.
We'll take a couple more. Calgoon.
Hey, Trez. I know obviously for the last year you've been dealing with your grandmother's passing, and that's been very hard for you. And obviously this season was grinding and had a lot of just extras with the protocols and the travel, short off season. How did that test your mind a little bit during the season? Was there something unique that you found challenging mentally, just given all the circumstances going on for you?
I found every day challenging, brother. I still find it challenging today. Especially when it's there's dummies out there, heartless people who get on social media and just say the things that they say. I still, people, even to last night, had the people the nerve to get on social media and say F my grandmother, which they wouldn't dare say to my face in any circumstance, So I still deal with a lot of it to this day, brother, but it's okay. Every day is tough, but it's okay. I still prevail, man. I have 2 beautiful kids. I have a great family around me, man, and I continue to grow as a man. So whatever anybody feels that they want to do to try to tear me down, man, you can't, man. My grandmother watches over me every day, man. I'm walking with a different type of blessing every day I wake up. So I'm still struggling to this day, man. It's still tough for me to talk about to this day. You see my voice and the picture of how I talk changes. But it's okay, man. I will continue to keep walking in the faith of God and continue to put my best foot forward, brother. That's all I can do.
All right, Trez, we appreciate that. We'll take one more. Harrison, go ahead.
Hey, Trez, about your kids and just like the grinding of this season and how short it was and how much testing you guys had to do and just traveling around and the shortened season, condensed schedule, all that. Like, how tough was it to go through that and just not get to be around your kids as much and all of that? So just the struggles of this season and all the challenges that it presented for everyone around the NBA.
It's definitely tough. But my kids live in a different state, so we kind of got that video function. But, anytime, I can have them out to me, I do it. So I've seen my kids, on neutral times, definitely not as much as I wanted to. But, hey, I have this time now, man. As much as I don't want it to be, I have it. And I'm not going to, waste any of it. Like I said, I'm, about to do everything I can to enjoy as much time as I can with my kids before I get back to the grinding and working of my job. Simple as that, man. I got a lot of different things I do off the court as far as business-wise, so I still got a pretty busy summer ahead of me, man. So that's all I can do.
All right, we're good, guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir.